and of course the terminal. Now, as you see, the terminal is already activated, and the terminal below shows your trade, shows the account history, your list of all trades. It shows the mailbox, it shows signals, articles, code base. Now, typically, we're only focusing on the trade section. So this is the way that we're going to leave it. And of course, it displays your account balance, all right? It displays the equity, and it displays the free margin, all right? Up top here, you can see that we are displaying different time frames. Now, as traders, we typically trade using candlesticks, right? The majority of what I will be teaching here in CFX University is price action based off of candlestick analysis combined with supply and demand. All right, so up here, M1 standing for M1 time frame, 1 minute, M5 standing for the 5-minute time frame, H1, H4, daily, etc. Moving on from there, if you click on this icon here, Market Watch, it will show you a list of pairs that are available to be traded on the broker. All right, so from left to right, once again, you have the list of pairs, you have the trading area, you have the time frames up top, you have these other features here that I'm about to tap into. So number one, you can switch to what's called a bar chart, and you can see it's not that pretty. Typically, we don't use these to trade. All right, our main analysis is typically always done from the candlestick chart, all right, and using a line chart for extra confluence and a deeper, simpler look on the market. But typically, like I said, everything is done using candlesticks. Now, if I wanted to open up a pair, simply I would right click and click chart window, all right, and then it will pop up. So you can see this is this is a blank chart. This is how it pops up naturally on its own. From there, if I wanted to edit this chart to change the color or to input a template, well, simply I can do this. Right click, go to template, choose CFX1, and of course, this pops on up. All right. However, if I wasn't satisfied with that, let's say I wanted to change my colors to something else. Well, let's pick up a chart, right click, choose chart window, and now let's click properties after clicking right click. From there, you can see we have a list of options. So now I can change my background from white. I can make it, let's say, black if I wanted to. You can see we have a preview of how that will look. I can change my foreground to a different color. And you can see now the axis left and right becomes blue. I can change the grid to silver. My bar up candles, meaning my candles that show market moving upwards, can get switched to red. And of course, my bar down candles, once again, the candles of price moving downwards, can get switched to blue. Right, you can customize this any way you want it, and then as a result, get the perfect color scheme that you personally like to see on a day-to-day basis. Now, like I said, my color scheme matches my logo colors, and of course, I like to have these neutral colors that don't typically elicit any type of psychological response from me when it comes to trading on a day-to-day basis. All right. All right, so moving on from there, let's go ahead and look at how we can pull up multiple pairs, and then from there, split screen those pairs so we have access to them all at one time. Now, as you can see, when you have multiple pairs up, it shows you at the bottom of the platform the different currency pairs you have up, and of course, the balance once your terminal is activated. So if I click on this icon up here, it is going to actually arrange windows, right, as non-overlapping tiles. And then from there, because I have 6 currency pairs up, it split screens all 6 in a way that I can view all of them simultaneously. And of course, if you want to get out of that, simply just click maximize on any one pair. You can focus on that pair only. If you want to focus on an individual pair, you can just click on this down here and it will switch to it. All right. So moving on from there, let's talk about these numbers to the side. Right? These numbers to the side actually represents the current value in price based on where we are currently located in the market. All right. So you can see if I was to click on the H1 time frame, all right, I'm going to see a range of